Okay, so the purpose of this little video is to help part of our team members and people in the field be able to articulate the reasons why a customer should buy sealer from us opposed to maybe big box stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, etc. Now, we're going to use sealer mainly on natural stone products, granite, marble, travertine, quartzite, and so that way that the product is protected long term. All right, so when I have that conversation with a customer, I want to be able to pull out some different, aspects in what they're using their product for. Kitchen, are they heavy cookers? Are they having marble installed? Do they have quartzite installed? And I will work to start at a very basic level, get some very minimal intel on how they're using their kitchen, and are they drinking, red wine? Are they cutting potatoes? Are they do they have milk? Do they have kids? Do they have this? Do they have that? And what you'll find is all of those things are going to be relatively applicable for just about everybody, with the exception of a few people. Now, of course, just a caveat here that marble in a kitchen, which we do marble in a kitchen quite a bit, and that's okay, and we can protect marble from actually staining. However, you have to watch out for the etching, which is a chemical burn that will happen on marble and some softer stones. Maybe even very, very few quartzites could run into that problem as well. So you want to be careful. And there's really no way to prevent etching, with the exception of basically a film over the actual countertops. And there's a product out there that does do that, but then you got to film over your natural stone countertops, and I don't like that personally. But to each their own. And but going back to sealer. So sealing wise, there's a few different directions to go. And there is the most basic of sealers. And when I explain this, we're talking about stuff that customers are gonna potentially, they could buy at Home Depot, they could buy at Lowe's, they could buy from us even. And it's stuff that's starting at like maybe $15 a bottle, a can. And it's like an aerosol can essentially. It starts at $15, then it kind of goes up from there. You'll find some at 40, 50 bucks. And it's applied on, it sets for a few minutes, and then the customer wipes it off, and then they're protected. Now, the thing is about that kind of sealer, what happens is if you use the concept of like hand lotion, as you put hand lotion on and you touch things, or you even wash your hands, or just as the day goes by, lotion just dissipates from your hands. It's kind of the same thing with those type of topical sealers. If you're running across a surface all the time, you're touching those countertops, or you're wiping them down, or you're using a stronger cleaning agent, it'll pull that sealer right off there. So essentially, you have no protection on the stone itself. Okay. Now, I want to illustrate that for intents of showing them that they do have options, but those options aren't very good. And then I start going into what's known as penetrating sealers. And these are going to be sealers that will actually penetrate deep into the stone and lock the stone up molecularly on the inside out. So it helps create a tight barrier. And there's a few routes to go with penetrating sealers. So the first route, and I want to be able to tell the consumer about it, is going to be a water-based product. It's a water-based penetrating sealer. And I'll give them a price range. You can find those starting, $100, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. And I've seen them as high as, I don't know, maybe $250, $300. And those are water-based sealers. And that's great, and that's fine. They're being water-based. You run into some different aspects. And I won't go into all the details of that, but there's another level of protection that I really prefer. And it is a penetrating sealer that will get down into the stone and on a nano level lock the stone up. And with that, it's basically an acetone-based sealer. And with that acetone-based sealer, we will go out and we actually apply that ourselves. The customer can buy some acetone-based sealers that are online. However, they don't get a lot of the benefits as if we're doing the actual sealing process. Now, I don't tell them where to go to buy it, or I don't give them any tidbits like that, but realistically, that's the best product for everybody that wants, in my opinion, that wants to protect their countertops, natural stone countertops. And with the natural stone countertops, once we apply that, and we'll go out and with one of our technicians that is certified, go out and actually apply that sealer to the countertops. And it's so good of a sealer that if anything goes wrong within a 25-year window, that warranty will, if the stain doesn't come out, if it did stain, then that warranty will replace that actual piece of stone. So it's pretty powerful when you give people that kind of options. So I like to give them the analogy. You could have a topical sealer, or you could have an acetone-based penetrating sealer, but it's a difference of having a car and general liability car insurance, or having full protection on your investment, as you would have full coverage car insurance. So I want to give them those options, and then I start talking about some of the benefits. Because with a topical sealer, if you're cleaning those countertops regularly, or with rougher materials, cleaning agents, then what could happen is it's gone and you have to do it again. And then a couple of months goes by, let's say a year goes by, 2 years goes by, well that will break down over time. And so it's going to have to be reapplied constantly and constantly and constantly. So they have the liability aspect insurance, but realistically, they're constantly having to remember, having to think until they skip that 1 year, or they skip that one application, or they just don't think it's really necessary anymore. Then the big incident happens. So I want to point those things out to them. But then if they do the 25-year sealer with us, what happens is not only do we go out and we apply it, but they never have to apply sealer again on those countertops. It does come with a 25-year warranty, but the warranty is the cutoff time. But it will extend past that. Now, I don't talk about that with them, and I don't go into detail about that because, hey, it's a liability aspect. But, realistically, we're giving them a protection that is probably going to exceed the time they're in that property, and that stone will not, in my opinion, won't stain ever. So it's a great product that we apply, and it's a proprietary product, but it is truly, truly amazing that it gives you a level of protection. So anyways, that's kind of what I want to talk about with a consumer, one of our customers that is kind of battling the differences between what type of sealer to go with, and should they seal, should they not seal. If you go through some of the different publications that we've put out, including the application process, it'll help give you greater detail on how to do that. Now, we do sell some things on the side for consumers that are acetone-based products that they have to apply it themselves, and then that doesn't come with a warranty. I don't really get into that because it's there, but realistically, we want to provide a level of service for the customer through educating them and explaining the differences between the different products and the different lines, so that they fully know what their investment is and how it's going to be protected and everything. So anyways, hope that helps. Any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll answer it as quickly as possible. Thanks.